why I'm Neogenian. Remember to like and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. Today I'm going to be talking about why I am Neogenian. First of all, what does it mean, the Neogenian? It means to be a new worlder or someone striving for a better, someone striving to create a better world, an actual world shaper. And the philosophy or the idealism is a meta-rational panentheist. Panentheist. We are God. Panentheist. We are God and you are God. And maybe in a later video we'll go into the actual explaining of why that is the way it is. But not in this video. This is going to be long enough. So, meta-rational means understanding reality in the most rational way at the most quantum level. Quantum meaning small or minute or very small. Okay. So now that we have definitions taken care of there. So I'm not atheist. I do believe that I am a soul, you are a soul, a mind, a zeta. We refer to the soul and the mind as a zeta, a perfect 0, 1, and infinity. Everything combined into a nothingness. By nothingness, I mean grounded to zero. So when you have a total amount of values, they equal to zero. It's easier to explain in terms of values, like a positive 1 has to have a negative 1, and then that's a complete set. And a positive 2 has a negative 2, and so on and so forth, into infinity forever. The values do not stop. And what they do equals 0 because they're all equal. The 0 is the fulcrum. And we might go into that more in a later video. But I am a zeta interacting with this avatar through mathematical code. And the zeta is located in a domain outside of space-time. It's not located within the avatar. There's nothing having to do with my soul inside my body other than the mathematical structure link. Does that make sense? If it doesn't, we'll get to that in a later video. Number 2, why? Why am I Neogenian? I was raised Catholic, believing in their God my whole life, into my 40s. Around 2000, I had a grand mal seizure and stopped breathing for a few minutes. And I had an OBE. And if you don't know what OBE is, it's where you see yourself from the outside or no longer connected to your avatar. This is really hard to explain to people who have not had an OBE, but you have the feeling of being the universe. There's no fear or emotion. It's just you feel like you are everything. I was looking down on them loading me into the ambulance, and I really did not recognize that that was me. I was just like a third person. And it's not like you would imagine on a movie where you're simply a few feet floating above your avatar. I was like 30 plus feet. So it was really hard to see the people. The people were small. And it was only like a few moments. It's hard to tell how much time had passed. I was just watching the situation down there, and then I could hear come back to us, stay with us, and then slamming and opening my eyes and being in the ambulance for a few moments. And then going back out, going unconscious, I did not leave my body again. I was then woken up in the hospital. But ever since that point, I really started to question things. And I wasn't a non-believer in religion at that point. I just was looking for answers, how to explain what had happened to me. So that led me to, listening to George Norrie on late night radio and getting deeply involved in ghost hunting investigations and stuff like that, because I was just trying to prove that what I had experienced was real and trying to understand it. And because I think the type of person I am, I want to understand how things work rationally. I don't believe in magic. And if there are spirits or a God, I want to know how it works because everything is real. And I think that you can be a rational person and not be an atheist if you can understand how the soul exists or the zeta. And that's what led me to being probably searching things on YouTube, led me to Morgue Official. At that time, they were Hyperions, but we moved on. Now we're Neogenian. Because you can't say you're New Worlders because of the stigma and what has happened to the name of the New World Order. It's something looked down upon, which, if you understand the Old World Order, you understand why that is. They don't want a new world. The millionaires and billionaire class, the elites, don't want anything to change because they're hoarding all the money. They're hoarding the wealth. And we want to create a world that's less dependent on money. We're still going to need some way to function and exchange goods, but it doesn't have to be the way it is now, where capitalism has completely turned into corporatism, and it's terrible for the bottom half, or the bottom 98%. Okay. That being said, yeah, this, already 9 minutes. This seeing myself outside of myself was my phenomenological experience. Remember that word. You need a phenomenological experience, you need concept networking, and you need metacognition. Thinking about thinking, self-thinking thought. These three things are what it takes to raise your consciousness to a higher level, beyond what most of humanity is right now. And doing this is the only way we're going to have a peaceful planet. Moving onward. Yeah, along came Morgue. I think I already went through that. Let's talk a little bit about the Neogenian. It's a system based on reason rather than faith, which appealed to me immediately. Faith is believing in something for no reason at all, and that's the definition of faith. Neogenianism takes the most logical philosophical ideas and applies it to quantum physics and Jungian psychology to give it a whole, let's call it, universal theory of everything. As Neogenians, we don't believe we know. It's a system of knowledge consisting of reason, logic, mathematics, and philosophy. Many of us are vegans and progressive, but it's not required. I think maybe being progressive it's going to be hard to be Neogenian if you're not progressive, but it's a name, a box. We strive for a worldwide teleological society. That means goal-oriented, that's focused on the least amount of suffering and the greatest amount of freedom for all zetas, including animals. All zetas. Please ask me any questions or comments. I always answer all my comments, so any questions you have about this, or if I got something wrong, if you happen to be Neogenian and you think that I misspoke somewhere, please let me know that too, because I always want to learn. I'm not a perfect person, and I think everybody should know that they're not perfect and they need to learn, and we can all learn together because that's what this world needs. All right. if you want to know more about this stuff, because I'm not guaranteeing that I'm going to have a lot of time to get into this stuff specifically, check out Morgue Official on YouTube, Jan Damon on YouTube, the Neogenian Oculus on YouTube, and the Neogenian Whisper, my good friend Mark Vanderpool. And as always, my friends, have a safe week. Make sure you like and subscribe and share. And share this one especially because I think your friends and your family need to know. Ad Astra, my friends.